Hello class! Today we are going to talk about the classification group of birds. To give you a little introduction, I'm going to read you a book called How Do Birds Find Their Way? How do birds find their way? We can watch birds fly from tree to tree, tree to house, then back again. They seem to fly here and there and anywhere. If we watch birds all year, we find that some seem to disappear in the fall, when the days get shorter and colder. They are flying south, where it is warmer. Early in the spring, the first birds begin to come back. Every spring, birds return north to make their nests, lay eggs, and hatch their babies. We say the birds are migrating. They are moving from their winter homes to the south to their summer homes in the north. Once they reach their northern homes, they will build their nests. They may build nests in trees or shrubs or on the porch ledges, or like the woodpeckers, they may bore holes down in trees and make their cozy nests inside. Some go to the same nesting area or even the exact same nest that they used the summer before. Long ago, people did not know that some birds migrate. They thought the birds hid in holes in the ground and slept all winter. Some people guessed that birds spent the winter in the mud on the bottoms of the pond. Now we know where these birds go. When birds start to migrate, ornithologists, scientists who study birds, use traps and nets to catch a few of them. They put bands on their legs and then let the birds go. The bands do not hurt the birds. Each band has a code on it that tells where and when the bird was banded. Some birds migrate for weeks because they stop along the way. Other birds fly only for a few days. Some birds fly thousands of miles when they migrate. We know that orioles fly south to Panama, and barn swallows fly to the Central and South America. Hummingbirds weigh only as much as a penny, yet they fly over water for 500 miles without stopping when they migrate. Arctic terns fly more than 10,000 miles, all the way from northern Maine to the South Pole. But how do the birds know where to go? And how do they find their way? That's the big mystery. Some birds may follow rivers, mountains, mountain ranges, or shores. But many birds find their way over the ocean. There seems to be nothing there to guide them. What keeps the birds from flying in circles? Ornithologists have some ideas about how birds know which way is north or south. Birds migrate both in the daytime and at night. When birds fly by day, they use the sun to guide them. Birds seem to know what time of day it is and can use the sun's position to find north and south. They know that flying south in the morning, when the sun is in the east, they must have the sun on the left. For birds to fly south in the afternoon, the sun must be on the right. When birds fly at night, the stars help them to find their way. Scientists have tested this idea. Birds were put in a big planetarium where the position of the stars could be moved. Scientists who work in the planetarium placed the stars in the sky as we see them. The birds flew in one direction. When the pattern of the stars was changed, the birds flew in a different direction. It was clear that the birds had noticed that the position of the stars had changed. But birds can also find their way when it is cloudy. They fly when they cannot see the sun during the day or the stars at night. How do they know which way to go? One idea is that birds are able to use the Earth's magnetic field to guide them. The magnetic field is an invisible force that surrounds the Earth. It is strongest near the North and South poles. The magnetic field is what makes the needle on the compass point north. Ornithologists think that some birds may have built-in compasses in their bodies. Homing pigeons are especially good at finding their way. When they are taken far away from home, they are usually able to find their way back. Scientists have experimented with these pigeons. They put special covers over the bird's eyes so the pigeons cannot see clearly. Even when the pigeons cannot see, they are often able to return home. Another kind of bird, called the Manx shearwater, was carried from England to Massachusetts, a distance of about 3,000 miles. In 12 days, it was back in England in its own nest. How do birds know when it's time to leave for the south? Or at the end of winter, how do they know when it's time to start north? Scientists know that birds have a built-in yearly calendar. This calendar tells the birds that when the days become shorter, it is fall. It is time to migrate south. When the days become longer, it is spring and it is time to migrate north. When fall approaches, birds eat a lot of food to store energy for the flight. All at once, they are gone. They have started to migrate. Several months later, the birds are getting ready to migrate again. They must make their long journey to the north. It is time to build nests, lay eggs, and raise babies. We have solved some of the mysteries of bird migration. We know where birds go. We also know how high and fast they fly. Some birds fly as high as 5 miles above Earth. But most birds fly about half mile above the ground. Some fly very fast, over 50 miles an hour, when the wind is blowing in the same direction that they are. Even though people have watched birds for thousands of years, we still do not have all of the answers about birds' migration. But ornithologists keep trying. Maybe you will be one of them.